Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check this out. New company. I've never heard of these guys. It's called Radtel. They've got a new walkie-talkie that's come out here. It is the RT-470. It is multi-bands. It is a 10-watt radio, which I thought was kind of interesting. And it's, of course, a two-way radio. It's not just a receiver. And we're going to go ahead and open this thing up and unbox it and take a quick look at it. And yeah, there's so many companies now coming out with these handhelds. It's hard to keep up with them all. But this one did look like a pretty nice radio. It's amazing the technology has really changed quite a bit. Even with glasses, I have a hard time seeing now. Yeah, so I was looking at it anyway. They came out with a pretty nice looking radio here. All right, so here we go with what we got here, and it is the Radtel. And a big old battery pack. I already went ahead and inserted that. It does have a release here. If you want to take that back off, you can. It is custom, so I don't know, you'd have to have it rebuilt, but it says 3,800 amp hour lithium ion battery pack, and it's pretty substantial. Certainly is a heavy feel to it. Antenna wise, it's got a screw-in antenna right here. Go ahead and get that on there. We'll peel off this little faceplate here. And I'm not going to attach it right now, but it also does have on the back here the belt clip, which is nice. And it comes with a charging base, which it sits in right there, a wall wart, and a USB-C charging. Now, if you don't have this and you need to charge it on the road, it appears the battery on the bottom there does also have a USB charging port directly in it, which is a really nice feature. Up on top here, if you open this side up, you do have your ear and mic set up there. And I assume that's also a programming setup as well, although I'm not positive. Doesn't look like it wants to stay though, does it? There it goes. It just needs to be pushed in. And then we have a small button down here, a smaller button here, and then a bigger button here for push to talk. Up on top, on-off volume. Looks like there's a flashlight. There's the panic button. And I don't know what that is. Probably another button, but it also, to me, looks like it's going to light up. Maybe not. And a nice color screen. Now, of course, I'm going to get this closer in, and I'll show all this stuff to you up close. But let's take a look at the manual first. Multi-band portable transceiver is what it says here. Here we go. Let's see here. It's in Chinese, I assume. And then here we are in English. It looks like 17 pages in English, and that writing is awfully small. Even with my reading glasses on, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm having a little bit of trouble here. And it just goes through some of the stuff I've already covered. What the buttons do. Yeah, specifications without a magnifying glass. I have no way of reading any of that. I'm sorry. That is, and I don't know if I'll be able to hold that up, but it is a small square that big with writing that, I mean, that's really small. Belt clip assembly, LED indicator. Yeah, that is an LED indicator. Charging, assembly instructions. So it just goes through that. And then, man, yeah, this is going to be sad. I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot other than kind of go over some of the basic features and functions, because it appears the entire manual is in micro writing, and I can't read it. I can't see what any of that says, even with my readers on. If I hold it far enough away where the fuzz goes away, unfortunately, yeah, that's awfully small. So perhaps there's an online manual that I can look for later on for it. But for right now, let us go ahead and take a look at some of the major features and functions of this. And if it's a cool radio, perhaps I will make a follow-up with some of the more obscure features. But overall, I will say, as far as construction, that is a nice, hard setup there. It doesn't seem like it's going to suffer from a drop test failure or anything like that. Has a nice backlit keypad, a nice full color screen up there, and looks like a front firing speaker and a microphone as well. Cool. Let me get the camera closer in. We'll take a closer look. All right, here we are. We'll go ahead and turn it on.
Welcome. Channel mode.
All right, and it looks like we have dual watch here, battery indicator.
Menu.
And we can get into the menu. We have squelch control. Oh, wow, okay, so we have step, Memory for channel 9 and 10. Delete channel. R-CT-CSS, we can change that around. DCS is also available in here. Transmit CT-CSS. Transmit DCS, so we can change all that around. Voice privacy, we can encrypt it. Channel name, we can change if we want to enter a channel in for group 1, group 2, something like that. Transmit power, high, middle, and low. Saver mode is we have super mode and deep mode. Again, I'm not sure what those would be, but I imagine power saving modes, how quickly the light turns off, that kind of stuff. Roger beep, well, yeah, got to have the Roger beep going there, so you can change that around.
Confirm.
Confirmed, right? Time on talk, 60 seconds before it cuts off. Vox, we'll turn that off for right now. This is wide mode or narrow mode, I guess, for transmitting, or reception, I imagine that is. Voice, we want to have the voice tell us what's going on. Sure, let's leave that on. Beep prompt, let's get rid of that.
Prompt.
Let's get rid of that.
Confirm.
All right. And the language is in English, thankfully, from the factory, so I don't have to worry about that. BCL, not sure about that one. Again, that's another one from the manual. SC-REV, not sure about that one, don't have the manual for that. PF2, radio. Long press would be scan or search. We can go into scan or search, so that's cool, you can program that. Search or light if we, these are the buttons. And there's our light. So PF3 is light. I guess we can go back up. PF2, we can do search. Right? Long press, we can change it to monitor, or we can go into the radio, to the weather channels. We'll leave it at monitor right now. Top key, do we want NOAA or light? That's this one up here. Oh, I've got the light still going. Do we want that to be the weather stations? Yeah, I think so. Right, we'll leave that be.
On.
See?
Broadcasting from Holston Mountain with content originating from your National Weather Service office in Morristown, Tennessee. Synopsis: mostly dry and increasingly hot.
Nice little green light that lights up.
Can be expected across the area through early next.
And then we go back into the regular thing here, so let's get back in there. So that's cool. Easy access if we want to know the weather. ABR, not sure what that is, but there's some menu options there. And offset for channel offset if we're going to transmit on one channel and come back on another. SFT-D, not sure what that one is either. And scan mode, do we want scan regular or CT-CSS, DCS? And then we can save that. Power on measure, do we want the voltage of the unit? Yeah, let's go into voltage. I'd rather have that than a hello, you know. So that's cool. S codes, DTMF codes, DTMF S. I'm not sure what that is. A lot of this stuff y'all have to let me know if you know what it is. Again, without being able to read the manual, it's a little hard. Auto lock, we don't need that. We can add channels or delete channels from scan. Tone control here. PTT and menu exit time, 5 or 10 seconds. Pretty cool. Vox delay, I mean, this thing just has it going on here. Oh, so it has repeater functions. Do we want to have our name or our frequency? Very cool, man. A lot of stuff going on. TX A and B, do we want to have it off or A or B? So, you know, when we're monitoring both stations here. STE. Wow. Just going to go through it. We can scramble the channels again. And that's it. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So not a terribly long video. I can certainly make a follow-up video if I ever find the online manual for this. But overall, it's a good-looking radio. It didn't come with it. Usually they do, and maybe it's underneath there, but it doesn't have a little hand strap. I like to have those because I tend to drop stuff. If you've ever noticed on my channel, I definitely do that. There's our release down here to take the that out of there. Take the battery loose if we want to. Put that back in. here is our mic and earphone jack. Looks like a standard setup there. And then our 3 buttons, lower for light, scan, and push to talk. This is a green for listening and red for transmitting. And our antenna screws off if you wanted to add a, hey, you could even use this thing on the stand if you wanted to as a base station. There's nothing that says you can't. Hook up a BNC connector there instead and go with it, and go with a 2 meter or 440 and have yourself a ready-made base right at your house. Pretty cool. There's the menu again. Here's all the buttons: home, return, OK, up, down. Channel plus all the letters, so when you're typing in letters, kind of like a phone has, they're the same layout. And then it looks like £sign over here. 0 has an up button next to it. So some of these have dual function over here on this side. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. What's the Radtel? I will leave a link to where you can pick one of these things up. And I'm sorry the video is not more in depth, but here, I'll show you what I'm talking about here if you couldn't see it in the big video. I can't read that. I can't see any of that. I can kind of make out that says accessory lock. I mean, these are somewhat if I hold it far enough away, but there is no way. And so yeah, installing this, but like I can't read that. So if I were going to recommend they do anything with this, I would say make this manual more pages. That should take up a whole page there, so you can actually read it. I can't make out any of that. I mean, there are bits I can make out, but I can't read the whole thing. Like I know that's 10. Yeah. So anyway, I'll flip through it. Maybe you guys can read it in the on a big screen or something like that. Like I product care, troubleshooting, that kind of stuff, but the smaller print is just not for me. And I imagine a lot of the guys and gals that watch these videos on my channel, the average age is, you know, you're in your 60s. I'm in my 50s. Vision is an issue, so that's something that they probably should pay attention to. Right on, my friends. I will see you all next time.